So the Knight of Wands is coming up because you have a golden opportunity. This opportunity is going to happen every single day and every single night. You can say yes, you can say no, but it's going to be a fair assessment. You're going to be respected for what you've been through to get here, and having to be chastised and crucified. God is replacing all of your pain with his own experience. So you focusing on him is taking away the fact that the devil had you chained up for a while, and is also showing that you're going to get your much deserved rest. You're going to get a break from all of this, having to conserve your energy and keep yourself separate from the population because they were attacking you. But it also feels like you put yourself in that situation to be attacked because you were harvesting energy. Let's just be honest. It wasn't that difficult to carry this load, and you were ended up being the last one standing. You got this 10 of cups here because you knew what you were doing. You went to a place where you knew that you would excel and succeed, and that's exactly what happened. You manifested the situation. You're coming out on top. There's nothing to be afraid of or confused about. You took the opportunity and ran with it, and it feels like other people in this energy, they could have did what you did, but you did it too fast. It was like first come, first serve. If this is your energy, definitely stick around because we're getting into it. And keep in mind that all of my messages are general. If you'd like to book a personal reading, you can do so by sending your question and payment through PayPal. My prices are in my bio, and I'll get back to you within the same day. Thank you so much for your business, and I look forward to working with you. Now let's get into this message. The message is you're about to have a golden opportunity every day, every night. You deserve it. Worthy is the Lamb. Okay, so I feel like someone is being put up on the altar, almost sacrificed. But I'm also getting this energy that Christ is taking your place. Like you were meant to be sacrificed, but God is stepping in. So with this golden opportunity, it feels like you either have an opportunity to be sacrificed for the cause, you have an opportunity to be saved. But something is happening every day and every night. It depends on what side you're on. Some people love the thought of sacrificing themselves. Like they just want to climb up on that altar every single night. But other people don't want to have to go through that, and knowing that Christ is taking your place because you accept Christ. I do feel like whoever this is, your body is still going to be there. So let's get into this energy, this vibe of someone worshiping God every single day and night, possibly through you, worshiping God in you. This feels like a wedding night ceremony. This feels like a sacrificial offering. This feels like someone being dramatic, but also it feels like a child could be in this situation. Something happened with somebody's mother. I'm seeing someone's mother being pulled away by doctors, and she's saying, "I love you," or something like that. She's trying to get your attention away from the person who's talking to you. He's a doctor who's talking to you, and he's he's like he's like, now what do you think about that? Everything that you were exposed to, because they forced your eyes open and forced you to see certain things. And then he's like, now what do you think? And your mom or whoever's mom this is, or maybe even you in the future, is saying, I love you. Like distracting you from whatever this person is saying. Someone's trying to manipulate you into thinking that you have to play by their rules. It's almost like they're showing you yourself being sacrificed. Like, how do you like the fact that they can take you away and lock you up? How does that make you feel? And basically the feelings are what they want. Is it scary? Because that's what they want. They want your fear. But instead, you love yourself, and they can't feed off of that. They have to love themselves in order to really get the full gist of what this feeling is. And they're worried about being in your position. They're worried about somebody doing to them what they're doing to you. They're worried about becoming a victim. So they feel like they have to be the perpetrator in order to avoid becoming a victim. But the thing is, you're not a victim. Even on the altar, Christ is taking your place. And I'm seeing someone being burned not necessarily at the stake, but it's like Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego, and then there was that fourth member. Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego. Now, wasn't Daniel in there too? And then Jesus. So someone is definitely burning in hell. We got the Ten of Swords coming out, and it feels like whoever this is in this energy, they were really reserved about giving you what they feel like you deserve. God is taking your place in every way. So this opportunity is coming. What else is going on in this energy? The opportunity for you to tell the truth, for you to share your story, what you've been through, because now people are on your page. People are on the same page and they can understand what you're saying without you having to use certain words, certain language, again, and say, well, isn't that schizophrenia? And how does that make you feel? Do you feel like a schizophrenic? But the vibe is that there's way too many people who know about what's happening and the joke is up. The Nine of Swords is coming out. Yeah, like this person was definitely trying to stress you out. And what ended up happening? I feel like they fell on their own sword, because at the end of the day, you can eat anything that comes towards you. Like, that's how dangerous you are. You become immune to your situation. You adapt no matter what is thrown at you. And so in the beginning, they saw you staggering and stumbling, and it was like, oh yeah, she's a little weakling. But now what? Now that it's not working anymore. Now that the vaccines, the pesticides is not killing the pests anymore. The pests are rising up. The pests are stronger than ever. You know, God said, love your neighbors as yourself and live in peace. And that's exactly what you did. So you loving your neighbors just exactly as you love yourself is giving you an immunity, because everything they throw at you, they will have to throw at themselves first. And if they survive their own attacks, then you're going to survive it too. We're all in this together. I just got stronger at the end of the day, and I thank you very much for the experience, is the vibe I'm getting. You deserve this. This is feeling like someone who went to school and they came out with a degree. That's what you went there for. You went in this to come out stronger, and you knew that you were capable of doing it because you love God. And you in your heart and your soul and in your spirit, and he died for you. These readings are so religious. Okay, so 4-4 is very important. 10-10 is also significant. 9-9 is also significant. This energy is very potent, and that's the vibe of Christ coming back. It's like for a while, it seemed like he was gone. People thought he died, and that was just going to be the end of it. But he rises right back up every single day and every single night. You pick up your cross. And even in the dark, you do this in your dreams. When nobody's watching, you're still working and living for God. And then suddenly you get this light on you, and it's like, oh, okay, that old thing. It's just a spotlight. It's not exposing anything that I haven't already brought to the surface. You're definitely someone who's been doing the shadow work behind closed doors. You've been fighting demons, even though they try to call you crazy, say you were swatting at the air, looking like a fool, looking like an idiot. But it worked out in your favor. And some people are just getting started. I feel like you're a pioneer. Like you're someone who can sit back and say, all right, left hook, right, uppercut. Like Bruce Lee from heaven. Like, you know what this is all about, and people are learning after you. This is your energy. Book a reading with me. Now let's go a little deeper. So someone was stressed out. They tried to stress you out, but they ended up being the ones that stress at the end of the day. And now you're feeding off of them. It's like you got your whole life worked around them. They get up in the morning, they holler and scream, they shout and fight. It's like, okay, that's like a bowl of cereal for me. That's enough to get me through to the afternoon, and then I'm going to need lunch. So you've been lifting somebody else's burdens, And now you're just watching them lift it on their own. But I'm also getting the vibe like you're a coach. It's tough love overall. You're building up an army who can withstand any kind of affliction. Oh, Lord. Okay, so somebody's fighting. It feels like world peace at the end of the day. I'm just going to skip to the end because people are fighting, but it's like you got to learn from the best. How do you be so tough that it's like people are literally punching each other in the face just to make sure you can take it? Isn't that what they call a tiger mom? I'm not going to call out any race, but it does feel like, isn't this like how a mom, she's like punching a baby's legs? I won't get into it, but they do this, like they try to toughen you up so you can learn to walk quicker and just be sturdy, and you don't ever think that somebody is gonna baby you or hold your hand, because they're not ever gonna do that. They're gonna fight you. So I'm almost getting the energy like maybe they went easy on you at the end of the day because they knew you were gonna rise back up. It's like you don't even get the ability to gloat. This feels like a toddler learning to walk. And it's like, yeah, I'm on top of the world. Now what? Now you're 2 years old. And then let's get to 3 years old. What else is going on with this energy? So you have to decide whether or not you're going to take this opportunity to be a victim or be a perpetrator. A victim or a predator. The prey or the predator is the vibe I'm getting. If you're the prey, then you feed masses. You are basically the entertainer. But God is dying in your place. God is giving you strength. If you're the predator, what's going on with that? You just sit on your throne. It's almost like the man. Like you're the man of the house. You're the man. And people don't get to complain about what you do because you're not acting like a girl. I don't know who that's for. But this is happening every single day and every single night. It feels like somebody has to submit to the king. Both women and men have to submit. Look at the devil coming out. Because this is how they feel submitting. They feel like they're being trapped. Oh, okay. So that the perpetrator ends up being the devil. And that's how you're seen. So you could be the victim. You can play the victim and be the innocent one. And you get to be close to God. Or you could be the predator and people call you the devil and saying that you're trapping everyone and forcing everyone into submissive roles and you're the oppressor and blah, blah, blah. But everybody's eating at the end of the day, especially the Lamb of God. It's like nobody wants to play either side. Everybody wants peace at the end of the day, but there's roles that have to be played in order for that peace to come about. Because you have to submit to someone, and whoever is forcing you into a position is going to be the devil at the end of the day, and nobody wants to be the devil. That's the worst spot. And also, the devil basically thinks he's God, because what has he done wrong? But I'm not being a devil's advocate. In this energy, it just feels like it's all a game. I took the short end of the stick by being the bad guy because you guys needed a bad guy. So bow down to me. If anything, if anybody needs to be worshipped, okay. So that's how the devil is. That's the energy of the devil. So you got 10 of coins coming out. There's a golden opportunity here, and it feels so convoluted. I'm really trying to make these readings shorter, but it feels so convoluted. Like, is a deal with the devil who wants to be called God. He wants you to specifically worship him as God. And like, let's stop the charades here. Let's drop the mask because we all know who I am. And as soon as he gets into that energy of wanting to break the fourth wall and get rid of the smoke screen, it's going to be like, well, then kill him. He's the sacrifice. He's the lamb. We get to eat him. We get to eat the king. Isn't that how it works? He's got all these swords and coming and piercing him. Like, if he wants attention for what he is doing behind closed doors, then he's going to be the new sacrificial offering. Because you don't get to play both sides. You can't be God and the devil at the same time. And actually, we already know that he knows because he chose to die for us. He could have brought himself down off of that cross. You deserve to know all of this because you're special. God told you this before it happens, that he was going to die for you. This is someone you're in love with. And he said, don't worry, you're not going to be alone for long because it's going to rise back up. This is just what we do. It's a cycle. It happens every single day and every single night. The sun goes up and the sun goes right back down. Your man goes to work. Your man comes home from work. You don't have to worry about what he's doing while he's at work. He's doing his job. If this is your energy, then definitely let me know in the comments. I look forward to hearing from each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for sticking around to the end. I love you guys.